Man, Kendrick Wilson, who filed a lawsuit against Brett Hankison and the LmPd last October, calling Hankison a dirty cop with a vendetta. Drew Gardner has the story.
And he needs to be exposed because he tried to take away my freedom.
Kendrick Wilson has had several run-ins with LmPd and Officer Brett Hankison and says it's no coincidence. He says his first encounter with Hankison was in March 2016 while leaving a bar in St. Matthews.
When I opened the door to get the girl in the cab because the Uber we was ready to pull off, he came and pushed the door, slammed the door shut. And I'm like, who is this guy? And basically started pulling the girl.
Wilson says he was unknowingly with Hankison's ex-girlfriend, and that's when his trouble began. Over the next 3 years, Wilson, who owned a barbershop on Bardstown Road, was arrested by Hankison 3 times. In March of 2016, Wilson was charged with assault in connection with a bar fight. That charge was later dismissed. In June of 2018, he was arrested on charges of trafficking, tampering with physical evidence, and resisting arrest. His attorney tells us this case is still pending, but provided this body cam video showing that drugs appear several feet away from where Wilson was standing on the sidewalk in handcuffs. Attorney Rob Eggert says there is no evidence Wilson either possessed the drugs or threw them. Bystanders can be heard in the video saying they watched someone drop the bag on the ground. Months later, in October of 2018, Hankison arrested Wilson again in St. Matthews for criminal trespass and trafficking cocaine. According to the lawsuit and court records, those charges were dropped less than 2 months later after lab tests for drugs came back negative. In October of 2019, Wilson details another incident.
Not only have I been falsely arrested, my business has been taken away from me. My house has been raided. I was slandered in my neighborhood. I just bought my house a year ago. You know how many cops pulled up at my house? They took me out in front of my business, in front of all my customers, had me in handcuffs.
According to Wilson, police said they were searching his home, car, and barbershop for drugs. A barbershop Wilson owned for 3 years, where even the mayor had visited.
They came and got me at Ford. They had cops all in Ford's parking lot. The whole Ford Motor Company was talking about this. They had cops all in their parking lot. They got me. Then you know what they did? They took me to my barbershop, made me unlock my door, which I don't think they had permission to do that. They made me do that, made me unlock my door, took me in my barbershop. Cops pulled up front and back, K9 dogs, all in my shop. You know what they found? Nothing.
Wilson tells us his experiences with police inspired him to join protesters in downtown Louisville.
If you look at me down at the protest, I'm cussing, I'm screaming, I'm yelling because I'm furious. When I was in his car, I was cussing, screaming, I was yelling because I was furious. But listen to the words that I was saying to him. I told him he's a dirty cop. I told him he's going to pay for this. I told him I'm going to bring him down. And he laughed and giggled.
He now has a message for police officers who know and work with Officer Brett Hankison.
You people who are with the badge on, y'all are a part of what Brett's doing. And if y'all don't want to be associated with that, and y'all don't want to be labeled bad cops, then come out and talk. And you guys need to turn on him. Quit protecting the shield and the badge. This is no longer a brotherhood.
Drew Gardner, WLKY.
To a Louisville man, Kendrick Wilson, who filed a lawsuit against Brett Hankison.
Situation we had, but I'm sorry that happened. One of them fucking cops that deserves what he deserves, bro. Got innocent cops catching him. You deserve that. You're a fucking prick. Straight fucking prick. And everybody. Bro, I'm telling you, bro, I'm not even that type of nigga, bro. People came to me about the dirt. Girls came to me, girls you fuck, I'm fuck. Came to me with the dirt. You on video doing fucking shit.
What does this have anything to do with?
It has something to do with, I'm exposed you now. You know why? Because you're a fucking dirty cop, and I didn't want to believe that. You're a fucking dirty cop.
Because you got locked up.
You're a dirty cop. You're a dirty cop.
You're not allowed to be back
You're a dirty cop. You're a dirty cop, Hankison. Every fucking lawyer, everybody in the city fucking knows it. Ain't nobody got nothing good to say about you. A fucking piece of shit that runs around, hang out at bars, working at bars, that's fucking any girl you can take advantage of. And there's plenty of people that testify that, and I'm gonna air the video that I got.
So you do what you need to do.
I will.
Do it.
I would never do anything like that. I respect the badge. I would never do nothing like that. That's the only reason why I talk to you. When your homie got juked in Lexington, How many people that you locked up reached out to you? I reached out to you.
Well, I'm not friends with you.
I reached out to you. I reached out to you.
How do you reach out to me?
I'll prove it.
I don't have Facebook, bro.
I'll prove it.
I don't have Facebook.
I reached out to you.
Okay.
Remember that. I reached out to you. When your boy got killed down there in Lexington, I reached out to you. Said, hey, bro, be safe out there. I'm sorry that happened. I know we had whatever situation we had, but I'm sorry that happened. You keep trying to make me out to be some motherfucker that I'm not, bro. That shit's not cool. It's not fucking cool. I walk past you every fucking Saturday night. And the one time I decided to speak to you and be cordial and cool with you, you do this shit? It's not cool, bro.
Female he's with is Brett Hankison's ex-girlfriend.
Why is he stopping us? Yeah, I know. Nobody knows. That's why I'm recording it. Because he said he would stop him, and he really did. That's fucked up. Wow.
He has been barred from the property. He is resisting arrest. That's it. Thank you.
Oh my God, hello.
Let's start back from the beginning of your testimony. You testified that you had arrested Mr. Wilson before, correct? Correct. Specifically, you had arrested him back on March 19, 2016, correct?
I don't remember the date, but he had been arrested previously there.
Well, by you, correct?
Correct.
You had taken a warrant for his arrest, correct?
Correct.
You claimed he'd assaulted somebody in the bar, correct?
Correct.
And you
Actually, Your Honor, I don't see the relevance.
he brought this up, and I can get. Thank you. And when you did that, you didn't arrest him that night. You took a warrant the next day. You recall that, or arrested him the next day, correct?
Correct.
Do you if you could keep your voice up, please? And you recall what happened when you already said when he was barred out of the tin roof. That incident occurred at the Tin Roof Inn, correct?
Correct.
You were the arresting officer, correct?
Correct.
The case was dismissed. Is that correct?
Was due up for direct, yes, sir.
And it's never been direct, correct?
Correct.
It occurred back in 2016, correct?
Correct.
All right. There's a video showed he was defending himself.
It's not correct.
Well, not correct. In 3 years, it's never been indicted, correct?
Correct.
Now let's go, you then arrested him again. This was in June, but let's go to October of this year. You arrested Mr. Wilson again, is that correct?
Correct.
All right. And once again, this is in the area of the bars, correct?
It is.
All right. And on this particular occasion, when you arrested him, October 14th, 2019, you charged him again with trafficking in cocaine. 2018. You charged him again, thank you, Judge, with trafficking in cocaine, correct?
Correct.
And you also charged him with trespassing, correct?
Correct.
And you said that he'd been barred, in this case, you said from Sullivan's, correct?
Yes, sir.
And what happened to that case, that trafficking case that you accused Mr. Wilson of?
I think we just had a pre-trial on it maybe a couple weeks ago in district court, but I don't recall
You're not aware that the cocaine was dismissed because you claimed the lab was negative?
I don't think I claimed the lab was negative. I think the white powder he had, the bag of powder he had, came back negative from KSP lab.
Do you have that lab here?
I object to this. I don't see how the lab in a previous case has anything to do with the suppression.
Well, I don't disagree, but I'm not allowed to ask.
Okay. Well, I want to ask, when did you submit that on the October 14th to the lab, that case?
It gets submitted once we take it to the property room. The property and people, and you would have to ask them. They take it to the KSP lab. I don't have anything to do with that.
Do you have the lab report that said negative?
You're talking about another case? No, I don't.
Have you seen that lab that said negative?
I have.
All right. And you also charged him with trespass. What happened to that case?
Like I said, I thought it was still continued in district court. I thought it was still pending.
Are you aware that was dismissed because he wasn't barred from Sullivan's, as you said? Are you aware of that? That would be the third charge you charged this man with that's been dismissed. You'll agree, correct?
Like I said, I don't know the status of that case.
Let's go to this particular case. You're working for the bar, correct?
Correct.
Mr. Wilson's walking down the sidewalk, correct?
Yes, sir.
You call him.
I got found arrested this, but yeah, that motherfucker body language was kind of suspicious. This right here was another illegal entering that Hankison did without a warrant, not a warrant, never mind. It's just crazy, man. Appreciate you. I get any more information, I'm gonna hit you with it.